You know what? I guess for you said Maverick City.
I didn't say I like Maverick.
You talking
City.
about because they were on the list?
Yeah.
So like, if they're not on the list, who y'all putting up there
for the Gospel Award?
Yeah, like who in your mind is just like, man, you just seem like you should be up there. Mine was just Ty Tribbett. I just feel like, man, I guess I'm judging him off of like
Ty Tribbett isn't a bad
songs,
choice. I don't know. It's so many, like it's a couple
he
artists
just
that
get
come
the
to
church
mind.
hype, bro. Like I don't know. See, ain't nobody else. Who else you got, bro? Nobody better than Ty Tribbett, for real.
I like Chandler Moore. I don't know. I'm a real big Chandler Moore.
I love Chandler Moore.
I'm not mad at that.
I love his work.
Yeah,
I'm
me
not
too.
mad at that, yo.
He really wants to be Nigerian, but outside of that, like,
man, like who's produced some
we
bangers?
got we got Nigerian in our blood, but that's a whole different story. I took the
ancestry.
I think I'm thinking more like the timeless.
Yeah, I want to go.
Gospel award. Like recent music today, probably not Ty Tribbett, but
let me see. Let me look at my playlist and see who I would.
Yeah, it's gonna be some names. Y'all put them in the chat. I know y'all know some people, man. Who y'all gonna put on this chat for this gospel award?
Oh my
man?
goodness! You know who I've been loving lately? Madison Ryan Ward.
She is
love
good.
Her voice. And her latest album, it's just
she is so good.
I love her. Let me see.
But her and
Hovey. Hold on, Hovey's my favorite.
Isn't he more rap though?
Yeah, Hovey 5.
Because he be over there with
Surfaces.
No, he be over there with
that's Forrest Frank.
What's
Forrest
his name?
Frank, sorry.
Who do the OCOEE?
We gonna put
I can't remember his name.
OCOEE.
If we put Hovey in there, Forrest Frank got to be on there.
What's the rapper? Who do the OCO?
KB?
No, not KB. KB's tough. He's probably my favorite. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, he's probably my favorite.
You got Aha Gazelle. You got
Aha Gazelle is
one who he the younger boy. He be like OCO. He do every song. He came out with that. The Morrow Get Ripped again.
Caleb Gordon.
Fire. Yeah, but I still like KB the best. I think. I don't think. Yeah. I think
Caleb Gordon. You know, he knew.
I like Caleb Gordon though.
He got potential. You know what I'm
saying?
I
like Caleb Gordon. He keeps getting flagged for doing covers of songs and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a war.
But that's why I do like him though, because of the covers too.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I'm saying, he gonna bring like he be out with them quick.
He puts them things.
I don't know how he do that, bro.
Maybe he just needs to like take a moment and just do like an original work, because I know he can rap and I know he has good producers.
Does he have a bunch? Does he have any albums? Like, I
mean,
I know
he
has
does.
Some albums, but
I think he got like a lot though.
I just keep seeing he releasing so many singles. Like, bro.
Yeah, he does. But I think but that's probably why, because he's also like doing these covers, and you know, you can't. It's probably gonna be hard to put on an album get that clear, especially as a Christian artist. You're probably not gonna get that clear.
Somebody that's not like
worship.
Somebody that's like good, but more to me like a kind of a. It's weird, like a hype rapper.
The only person I can think of is Ty Tribbett and Kirk Franklin.
I was gonna say Alex Jean, but he has
like hype rapper.
Yeah. Like his beats be really good.
I'm not. I don't want just off the. You know what I'm saying? Respect it. He don't really do it for me. But I don't know. I feel like I'm the only one that feels that way.
It's like one or two songs of his that I really like, but outside of that, it's not.
I like the
A lot of people like him though.
Yeah, he remind me of Pop Smoke.
It's that Don't. What's that song, man?
Is that Church Clap?
I can't think. What is that? I know what it is, but I'm forgetting.
Mm-hmm.
Christian rap taking over. That's right, bro. I've been seeing you've been doing some new Christian rap. You need to hop in the chat, bro. We'll bring you on the live if you hit the StreamYard
Elevation
link.
Worship has been dropping a lot of good stuff lately. Red Worship.
I'll send you the StreamYard. The
I've been on
StreamYard
Dr.
link is in the
Toomey
chat.
a lot lately.
Dr. Click that.
I don't know how to say it.
TUMI.
TUMI. I be loving his stuff. That's all I've been listening to lately. I ain't gonna lie. Dr. Toomey.
I don't know Dr. Toomey. But I was gonna say, Kevin Hart, he said some stuff about Kirk Franklin. When I saw that, did you see it?
Because he was hosting the BET Awards.
Yeah, did you see what he said about Kirk Franklin? Man, he said, "Hey, Kirk, don't be getting up here, twerking from the front." He said, "When you get up here, if you win an award or something like that," he said, "Don't be getting up here doing that." He said, "God didn't tell you to do that." I was like, "Oh,
I know why he said that.
Good,
because of that video." You never seen a video of Kirk Franklin?
I've seen a bunch of videos of Kirk Franklin. That's the problem.
The main one where he was dead.
Where he was tripping out.
Hold on. When he was doing it there, they was like, what gospel song you could be dancing to do this?
Yeah, they show.
Yeah. He was getting it. I said, bruh. So I think that's probably why he said that.
But that's like he does that at all his concerts. He's got, I must say,
Kirk Franklin
to be respectful,
I'm gonna say
he wears his Prince heels, his Prince steppers. I must say that.
Lemon pepper steppers.
Lemon pepper steppers.
I'm not gonna call them heels, but y'all could call them what y'all want.
But how do you feel about what Kevin was saying? Like, you feel like,
I mean, it's like Kirby doing a little too much moving for me, bro. Be like, all right, I don't mind you being able to dance, like that's cool. But like sometimes it can be a little, even people that like, you got certain women that do certain praise dances, and it's like, all right, I'm not mad at y'all doing it, but sometimes it'd be too much. Like to be honest, some people use God's tools to bring about perversion. I mean, can we be honest?
The devil does that, so
yeah. Can we be honest and say that some people, some women, men, we will use praise dancing to bring about a perversion, to do a little too much. And I'm not against praise dancing, but we will use it and we'll move our body a little too much. And I'm like, bro, I've seen this, and I'm just like, I feel like I need to look away because it's a little uncomfortable. Like I see like certain people doing, I'm like, no, y'all cool, y'all chilling. But it'd be that one person be like, y'all moving a little too much. Like, I mean, you can't really tell them because what scripture are we gonna use? You know what I'm saying? But it's just like discernment wise, like, yeah, this ain't really, you know. What y'all think about that though? Am I alone in thinking that? Like, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like people just kind of do a little much when it comes to these dance moves, bro.
It's hard for me to say because I haven't seen that. So it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Or maybe you've seen it and you don't care. No, just
nah, I ain't gonna say that. But I feel like how you just said, you feel like you need to look away because it's like when
that's why you see it, because you looked away.
Yeah. But nah, it's like when you can't hit it with like, and not even that you would want to just
like
hit
Kirk
somebody
Franklin.
with a scripture.
Let's take Kirk Franklin for instance. Some of his dance moves, I'm like, okay, cool.
Some stuff, you know, stuff, you know, when you look at something, you like, is you look at it, you like, well, I wouldn't do that. But I can't say that he's wrong for doing that.
It looks
so for me, it just be kind of be like, when I seen it, I was just like, oh God.
Does it not
Kirk go again?
Does it not look a little sexual? Like
there's
not
no
at
type
all.
of gospel music that requires you to body roll.
See that? Like, why are you?
See what he was doing?
And like,
does it not?
Is everybody familiar with like that new dance, like tripping out or whatever? That the young people are doing. Oh,
it's so many.
It's too many to keep up with.
If I seen it, I'll probably be like, oh yeah, I seen that.
I've seen him I've seen him do that before, and I'm just like, but like why? Like it's given like 90s like dance.
Have you ever heard his story when he was on the Tim Ross podcast? Kirk Franklin is very, because of his go-getter mentality, he is going to always try to keep up, and he's gonna do things that to be seen because of his father and his relationship, and because his father was really in his life. So he's gonna do things to try to be like, to continuously try to be seen because of that. So it's like every time I see that, I just be like, there go Kirk again, because he's gonna try to do young people things that I wouldn't do. I'd be like, hey, you doing too much. You I don't know how Kirk goes. 50 something, gotta be 50 something.
Yeah. He's about to be 60.
I ain't gonna lie though, that man look good for his age, bro.
Yeah, he probably stay in shape. But it's just like I know why he does what he does, and I don't agree with it. But I can't be like, oh yeah.
Kirk Franklin grew all his Kirk Franklin grew all his hair back. That's a miracle, bro. You know he got to be walking with God.
You got to be.
I know he was bald, had gap teeth.
No. Yeah. That boy went to Turkey probably.
Yeah, bro.
Got that fixed up.
I'm like, Kurt, what's your secret, bro? And you on steroid? No, the player.
No, I just feel like
he be working out.
That's wild.
I ain't gonna say that. I do not know.
No, my thing is, sure, you know, he has trauma to work through, but come on, bro. Like, you claim that you're saved.
I don't excuse
you claim
the
that
behavior.
you feel with the you claim that you feel with the Holy Spirit. When are you gonna overcome that?
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
I agree.
Like somebody has had to say to you in all of your almost 60 years on this planet, hey, why are you twerking while you singing a gospel song?
And that's exactly what Kevin Hart said.
And so you mean to tell me that this grown man has said, my dad didn't like me when I was a kid.
But you also got to look at it like this. He's an artist. He doesn't have anybody, at least that I know of. He doesn't have for instance, like a pastor should have like people over him to kind of correct and hold accountable.
The music industry,
who does he have to hold him accountable and correct him?
That is true. Because does he even have a home church?
I'm gonna tell you what's scary about the music industry.
I don't know.
You're busy doing stuff all the time if you're really in it. You are a brand. Kirk Franklin is the brand. So Kirk Franklin, we need your name here, your face, your personality. We need you in this place because we can't move this business because you are the face of the business. You are the thing. You are the Apple. You are the Android. You are the Nike. Kirk Franklin is that, right? So he has to move constantly. If he stops, he's stopping his bank flow. He's stopping. So he's pushing in this direction. Not to say like that is any excuse, but just for clarification, when people are moving constantly like this, they don't really, I guess, take time. Are they able to make time
to really work on themselves?
And because the foundation was made with them in constant, what's the word? They're constantly moving.
Yeah.
Constantly busy.
So they're not able to, and I've seen a lot of Christian artists say, I'm not a Christian artist anymore. You can go to one. I've seen a lot of Christian artists say, I'm not a Christian artist anymore. No, you're fine. I'm not a Christian artist anymore. I don't, so a lot of what's that girl? Gabby Callwood, something like that. She used to do Christian rap, and she said she's not a Christian anymore at all. And I'm just like, man, you had a good thing going. Like it's tough even on a smaller level when people are knowing you. So I just tell people like it's good that you've made an impact in Christian music, but dude, your soul, bro. Like you have to have the mentality like I don't want to get so far into this that I can't leave when I'm ready. That's scary.
That's the main thing. That's the main thing because like you have to, before you even go into that, you have to say, okay, like is what I'm doing going to glorify God? And what good is it if my personal life doesn't represent what I preach or what I sing? And so it seems kind of counterintuitive or to go into gospel music to say that you want to glorify God, you're
glorify.
Is that what I'm saying?
Sorry.
No, but he ain't gonna leave it alone.
He's not gonna leave it alone. Okay.
My bad. I can't help.
It's stuck in his head now.
Okay.
Glorify. Okay.
So
that would be a hard song.
He gonna make me lose my thought.
I'm sorry.
But to glorify God.
If you're going to say that I want to glorify God, the most important thing is to make sure that you're doing that in your personal life. Because if you're pouring out, and I think that's what happened to that young artist and to some other artists who say, I'm no longer a Christian artist. You're constantly pouring out, but you're not receiving.
Exactly.
So what do you think is going to happen if you're constantly, you're constantly putting out worship music, you're constantly putting out Christian rap, you want to bring people to God, but what are you doing to stay close to God, to maintain your relationship with him? And that's how people get burnt out. That's when they turn around and say, I'm no longer a Christian. Like, I'm doing all this stuff for God and things aren't working out in my life. Yeah, sure. You've been on tour. You've been out doing this. And not one of those days did you sit down and pray or get your Bible or fast, And if anything, if you're going to be an artist, if you're going to be ministering, and I know that some people may not look at it that way, but if you're saying that you're going to glorify God, you are ministering.
Yeah, for sure.
And so in any type, if you're going to be ministering in any type of way, you need to also be pouring back into yourself, which is why if you're going to do something like that, you automatically set yourself up to be a target for the enemy. So you need to make sure that you're under biblical leadership and that you're constantly pursuing God every single day, reading your Bible, praying, fasting. And a lot of these artists are super talented and they have a base frame for, their relationship with God, I guess, but it's not something that they grow and that they develop. So they're constantly pouring out, and then they're getting depleted,
Exactly.
and then getting crushed by the world, because the enemy doesn't want them to keep going and keep making gospel music. You know what I'm saying? So,
and sometimes he'll use the thing, like he'll use you doing gospel music or whatever it is, even though it's for God, and kind of use that against you.
Yeah.
To deplete you of that. And so that's why no matter what you're doing, whether it is gospel music, preaching, anything that you're doing for the Lord, even if you're a nurse, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever you're doing, he's gonna try to use whatever it is to put you into a cycle of continuing to do that, and then you lose yourself in the process. That's why you got to have a rhythm of pouring out, but then pouring back in, and pouring out and then pouring back in. And a lot of people will, because it comes with all of this, I ain't gonna, success, but also this schedule, and then you let it almost it really is boundaries. You lose your boundaries.
Yeah.
And once you lose that, and you just let the person, the managers and all that, just do your life like this, and you don't be like, wait, no, I can't do 10 tours. You know what I'm saying? I only can do 5 because I got to take time for myself. And a lot of people or artists or whatever, they won't take the time to be like, no, I can only do this, because at the end of the day, this is going to be what's most important. And I can't lose that in the process.
Exactly.
So,
yep. And I was gonna go ahead and do our final thoughts. I don't know. I mean, I pretty much gave some final thoughts. I don't know if you had anything else to say, or I could just close it down.
I mean, for me, this was good for me because I didn't even know that that we had a gospel award ceremony thing. So I'm gonna definitely be tuned in.
Thing,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So now I'm gonna be tuned in. I think sometimes, like, even though this what could have been seen as a bad thing, I think it also could have made Christians be like, kind of wake up a little bit. And I think that can be a good indicator that it still is a lot of people who really hold Christ dear. And it's like, okay, this means a lot to me. And that can cause people to push towards more Christian things. And so, the Dove Awards and the Stellar Awards might have something to prove now. You know what I'm saying? And that'll continuously make us want to take this more serious. So I think it is a good thing that people kind of felt the way about it. Because it's like, okay, they want to play with it, but we're not going to play with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that is a good thing. And yeah, that's my final thoughts.
Nikita, did you have anything else to add to it, or are you pretty much, we want to?
Yeah, I think I pretty much said everything. Like, it's up to people who want to be gospel artists, who want to preach or teach or sing the gospel. It's up to them to protect their souls, and to think about their image, not necessarily their brand, but their witness, and that's how much someone can look at you and know that you really are like a Christian. And I know that maybe we want to avoid, or we want to shy away from judging someone based on, how they appear. But when it comes down to it, people aren't looking for someone when someone really needs prayer, when someone is looking for spiritual authority, they're not looking for someone who is lukewarm. They're not looking for someone who blurs the lines. So I will say that it's important for gospel artists to understand the importance of their witness. I think it's important for Christians to watch how they respond to these things, because the world is still watching us. No matter how much we think, no matter how much we are being persecuted in the Western world, we still have to respond to certain things with love. We still have to be very mindful of how we show up in the world. And yeah, that's about it.
Facts.
Yep. I was just gonna say, what was I gonna say? When it comes to who Jesus chastised more, it was these Pharisees, these leaders in gospel as far as the Great Commission. Because certain people they're in a leadership position, you should know better.
Right.
That's why with this whole conversation, I'm never mad at Glorilla. Can't be. Why am I surprised? I mean, she lives her life the way that she lives her life. I'm not mad at her. I'm really not mad at BET either. I was like, what do I expect? But, and I'm not mad at anybody, but if I was, disappointed in anybody, it's to people that follow along with BET gospel like it's real gospel. And if you go to a wedding and you holier than thou during the ceremony and you a sinner during the reception, then why you mad that Glorilla won the gospel award? That just don't make sense. You can't get mad. Oh, the gospel awards is tainted when you do everything and listen to everything under the sun anyways. So gospel music doesn't really have a meaning to you anyways. A gospel has meaning to people who take it and apply it to their lives.
Right.
And I'm not saying that there's no song about love, that any music that a Christian can't listen to and still be saved. But what I am saying is there's some songs out here that are straight up demonic and terrible, and you shouldn't be listening to it. You take that up with God, but you definitely can't get mad. And the Christians that expect Glorilla to act like a Christian, what are you talking about? Like you're mad at BET because they didn't gave Glorilla a gospel award. Like, gospel genre ain't the same thing as winning souls. It's a totally different thing. But it's more of a, we take pride in our gospel genre than it is we're about winning souls. Yeah. Yes, the real gospel music that's helping people get closer to God is most likely going to be a small thing. It's going to be a smaller group compared to the people that's out there just making music for fun. It's people in the alphabet community that I can listen to gospel music with them and we're going to enjoy it about the same. But we don't always have the same experience with it. Just being honest. And I ain't got no problem with them per se. But all I'm saying is I'm listening to the gospel music thinking, Lord, I'm screwed up and I need you to help me. Mm-hmm. Other people listening to the gospel music thinking, ooh, that was a nice run. Two totally different types of listens.
That's true. So
that's all I had to say on that. And that could branch off into a whole nother topic, man. Mm-hmm. I shouldn't even say that, boy. But y'all put your thoughts in the comments. Next Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, Lord willing, I'm gonna have a conversation with a Trinitarian. Yes, the oneness versus Trinity debate is so old, and I know people are tired of it, but I just feel like there's a nuanced perspective that people are not really thinking about when it comes to this topic and how we should view it through child of God eyes. People sending people to hell over this stuff, but I'm just like, I really want to, discuss it Tuesday. So if you want to join that conversation, we'll be here again Tuesday, 7 p.m. Nikita has already decided to moderate because I told her to. No, I'm just messing with you.
I'll be here.
But yeah, that'll be cool. But Tuesday, 7 p.m. might be discussing in the beginning was the word.
Don't do that. Do not.
The word was. See, Jesse don't know about that. That's a whole nother.
Oh, that's so much controversy around that.
Nah, we might get into it. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to say about it right now, but all right, y'all. Make sure you like the video on your way out. It really helps us out with the algorithm to get this video to as many people as possible. If it's blessed you, let it bless someone else, and hit the subscribe button if you're feeling it. And hit the bell notification. Get notified every time we go live. God bless you guys. We are out of here. Thank you. You can click the this end stream and it's going to be another one. God bless y'all. We out.